A lot of us are feeling like time is going way faster now. Time doesn't exist anymore because of the way that you use social media.
I'm 21 years past the 27 club. It's like I went back into my past and then I sped it up. Robert Johnson, Winehouse, and Morrison found where heaven was.
A lot of us are feeling like time is going way faster now. And I don't think it's that time is going way faster now. It's because we're consuming so much social media, like very short form social media. Like I think there's tiers to media and entertainment. And at the top level, the sugar is going to be short form content, like 7 seconds. You're just scrolling through TikToks. And pornography and TikTok style short form content, that is messing your brain up big time. And if you're living in that world, you're going to disconnect. Your brain's not actually making any sort of memories because you're not using your senses. When you go out and you make memories, like true memories, you're usually using your sight, your smell, your touch, your emotions. You're connecting with other people. When you're on your phone, you're doing none of those things. And so your brain's not actually making memories. And because your brain's not actually making memories, it's like there's just a big blank where time used to be. Time doesn't exist anymore because of the way that you use social media, right? Especially when you're in that top level, when you're in the pornography and short form content style. And I think you need to start to move yourself down towards more nutrition. Stop with the sugar high, come down to some more nutrition. You got to get off the short form content. You got to get off pornography. Okay, maybe we can do some like YouTube videos. That's a big reason why I made a big move over to YouTube. That's one of the reasons why. I've got really disenfranchised and kind of like grossed out by TikTok and the way that it was making me feel. And so I started putting a lot less attention into it. And you can see just like how I rarely come on lives anymore. I don't really put a lot of effort into my TikToks. My TikTok view count and everything is just dropped off the edge of a cliff. But YouTube feels a lot better. It's the lesser of two evils. And then beneath that, it's like we almost can't even watch movies anymore without being on our phone. Like if you have that compulsive, every time that you are not doing anything, your hands are idle, your hands aren't doing anything, you immediately go for your phone because you need to watch something. You got an issue, man. You got problems. You an addict. All right. Thank you for the gift, Daisy. Thank you. And so you really got to move yourself down. And then it's like, okay, beneath that, what do you have for entertainment? You got like reading books, because then it's a physical book and it takes your undivided attention. You can't be doing anything else. You got to focus on the story, and it takes time to get to the end of it. You've got live music. Because on Spotify and your playlist, you can just skip to whatever song you want. You can replay it. You can replay the song, skip, fast forward, skip. Curate your playlist, play exactly what you want when you want. Dopamine. Go to a live music venue, and you actually have to listen to whatever the musician decides to play. And you have to sit there and be present and use more of your senses. And typically it'll mean that you'll be in a more social setting. So you're going to be connecting with other human beings in real life a little bit more. So you're going to build more memories. Time will begin to slow down. So if you feel like time is just slipping through your fingers, I think a huge part of this is because of the way that you're consuming social media content and choosing these disconnective pseudo connection activities instead of real connection activities that engage your actual experiences. Tracy, so what's the difference between TV and being on social media? Haven't we just traded one for the other? I think it's not an exactly equal trade-off, because social media is fueled by algorithms. So it's going to be fueled to confirm your biases. It's also fueled by consumerism. There's a little bit more predatory content and material that is meant to kind of like pigeonhole you and get you even more addicted, right? Because that's what the algorithm is meant to do. It's meant to keep you watching at all times. And the other thing with social media is you have more control over just like flicking through it. You don't like it, flick through it. You don't like it, flick through it. And it's just like you can just constantly 24/7 get what you want. TV has kind of gone that route because you can just like pick a new movie, pick a new show. Netflix gives you a little bit more of that ability to do it. Do you remember back when TV you had to, if you didn't record it, if you didn't hit record on your VCR, you would miss the show because your show came on once a week and you had to set it up and you had to wait. We don't have to wait for anything anymore. And that is really messing with our brains. And I think social media does that to another level, even above what TV can do. I'm actually on my own journey of learning how to touch more grass myself, because I'm such an addict. I'm such an addict of productivity and self-improvement to the point where I've really isolated myself, especially over these past like 5 years since COVID, in this pursuit to, become successful and become the author and become all of these things that I put into my mind that I need to be. I've really detached myself from touching grass. I'm still kind of in the throes of this where, I can't sit idle for more than a few minutes of silence, and I need to put on a podcast because I need to be learning something. I need to be learning something. As long as my brain is conscious, I need to be learning and being productive. Because that's the only way I'll ever be successful. That's the only way I'll ever be worthy. And I truly, that's what my brain does. I think that's why I really enjoy jujitsu. And I really enjoy riding my motorcycle in the summertime, because there's only a few activities in my life where I can't just go on my phone. And maybe part of getting clean is making sure we put more activities of where we can't be on our phone into our lives. Force ourselves outside of the screen. If that helps you, it's helped me.